Manchester United winning 1-0 yesterday.
Yeah.
Top 4 done.
I think it's just, I'm like just in the background today. It's just a big win. Had to win
Villa a good side, been on a great run.
Exactly, that's their first defeat in 12 games. What I liked about us yesterday was before the game, I was fretting. In previews, I was like, I think we'll nick this 2-1. We definitely won't win by more than 2 goals. But, you know, I predicted like Ollie Watkins would score, like sort of thing. Locked him up. Victor Lindelof was moving like Varane. like he was and in terms of the drop
brilliant goal line clearance.
Oh yeah, which was offside in the end, but brilliant. Luke Shaw, I was saying in my review because I was excited. I was like, listen, he's better than Martinez. I was saying that just like in that moment.
He was ridiculous.
But when I was being honest though, if like forget the gas of Martinez because he's been arguably player of the season for us. I'm not seeing any drop off that Luke Shaw is now playing there. On the on the ball, Martinez has got that in the locker, progressive passing. But in terms of understanding the position in the air, Luke Shaw, I'd say, is better than him. The strength, running power, even on the ball, stepping into midfield. For the drop off that I thought I would see because it was over for Martinez, and I thought it was over for us when he got injured. I thought our season's over.
This makes Maguire 5th choice centre back,
and that is the key. They're playing without Harry Maguire, and it's horrible to say, but Victor Lindelof without Maguire.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah. Steady Eddie, really good on the ball. Really good. He's actually better on the ball than Varane. Way better than Varane. Do you know what I mean? So he's keeping really calm. And actually, Luke Shaw and Lindelof is the partnership we didn't know we needed. Like they literally complement each other. But
so you've got to big up managers when they find
exactly. So Jacob Ramsey, didn't see him. Buendia didn't see him. So actually we did really well to nullify them. And we should have.
Sorry to cut you. I wanted to ask about the protest because there's big protests for the game about the Glazers. Where were you feeling? Because obviously there's these 2 bids that are in at the moment. One's the sheikh from Qatar who wants to buy the whole thing outright, clear all the debt, and obviously that Qatari money's big, right? And then the other bid is sort of like...
He's the man who wants to get into bed with the Glazers, who claims he's a Man United fan and say he wants to put the Manchester back in Manchester United, but at the first time of being able to do that in a way to acquire the club, he's gone into bed with the Glazers.
Sounding like he's a favourite at the moment, isn't it?
He is sounding like he's a favourite, yeah.
If he does get it, with the Glazers still having a little percentage in there, where do you think the reactions?
That's worse.
Yeah.
This is worse. This is really bad because the Glazers have ripped the soul out of Manchester United, And I'm not going to bore you guys because, again, when you don't support the club and you don't follow it, you'll just see it from the outside of, Man United have always bought players. It's way more deeper rooted than that, right? So I'll try and sum it up in a short way. The Glazers have leveraged debt against Manchester United and only put 200 million of their own money in at the start. And the rest was off debt. That debt is at now £1 billion. And they're now, instead of selling up, they're now being able to be bankrolled by somebody who says that he's a Manchester United fan. I want to restore the club back to where it's been, but he's going to allow the very leeches, the blood-sucking vampires who have done this to our club to stay as minority shareholders, take the pressure off them, load his own company, Ineos, with debt to purchase Manchester United, and allow them to keep taking. And now, after year 1, and with stipulations and clauses of year 1 and year 2, they can sell those minority shares for even more money. So this is a disgusting piece of information to come out if this is true, and any leverage that he had, because what I didn't like about it was obviously Qatar, Middle East, etc. There's issues there. Maybe we don't go down that. Let's go with his bid was very British. His bid used a lot of terminology to apply to local fans. I want to restore the club back in its northwest roots, put the Manchester back in Manchester United. It's kind of, I'm British. I understand what Man United is, and I'm a Man United fan.
Brexit vibes.
Ish, exactly. Yeah. If I'm being, that's literally what it is. But literally, he sold his soul straight away because at the very chance that he realised that the cheapest way for him to acquire the club was to keep the Glazers there, well, then you clearly don't care about Manchester United. Yeah. This march is for full sell only. Manchester United fans don't want the Glazers there in a smaller capacity than before or a partial capacity. Glazers fully
Mind you, if they're only 20%, they won't have much of a say, will they?
No, they won't. No, but this is what I mean. So this is worse. So they're giving all the control to Jim Ratcliffe, but we'll just stay back here. We can still take our peas out a little bit, and we don't have to put anything in. He's doing that. That's worse. So it's bad, and it would be extremely toxic if that was to happen.
Okay. When do you find out?
Over the coming days, apparently.
You sound like
sounds like it's gonna happen, lad. To be honest,
Yeah,
you sound like me last year with my own little rickets versus all of the other ownerships that were coming in, all of these protests, and it's tough because
you wanted Bowley.
Well, I wanted actually Sarri money, to be honest, but then Bowie was the best option because the rickets were horrendous. But Jim Ratcliffe came in for us as well. But I think he came in very late. I think he came in really late. Wasn't serious at all. So. Yeah.
Okay, let's see how that pans out.
Everyone go check out DR Sports Talking Tactics right now. Matisse, tell them, why should they watch this?
Because we're sick.
All right, is that all you're going to give? All right, fair enough. Because we're sick, go watch the show right now.